Hi all. So welcome to another session. So in the last session we discussed about Selenium handling dropdowns with Selenium. Okay. So in this session we will be talking about how to handle sessions in Selenium. Sessions in the sense basically when you're switching from one tab to another tab. So how will you do that? How will you configure your browser so driver such that it can switch on to the another tab? So for that let's quickly move on to our doc. So here it is. Yeah. So let me zoom in. So, okay. So window handling. So whenever Selenium launches any browser, it internally creates a session ID. So as we know, a session ID is created whenever you launch a browser. So if we close the browser, the respective session ID will be destroyed. That we already know. Okay. So same is the case here as well. So now in order to what is a session ID? Basically, session ID is a 32-bit alphanumeric unique identifier, universal unit identification. That stands for UIID, and that is used for a particular tab. Okay, every tab has its unique session ID. Okay, so in order to work upon this to retrieve a single session ID in Selenium, we use get window handle method. So get window handle method is the method that is used to get the session ID of the current tab. Okay, current tab in the sense. So to retrieve single browser window or tab session ID, we use get window handle, whose return type is string. So return type of get window handle method is string. To retrieve multiple browser window or tab sessions, we use get window handles method, whose return type is set of string. Set of a string. Be particular. It is not list of here. It is set of string. Why it is set of string? Because set allows only unique values. Okay, set does not allow duplicates and unique values because each session ID will be a unique. That is why we use set of string to store this. That is the main interview question, that why do we have get window handles as a return type of set? It is because set allows unique values and session ID is always unique for each and every tab. That is the answer. So let's quickly move on to the code part. This we'll discuss later. So this is basically nothing but difference between a list and a set. Okay, so as we discussed, why get window handles return type is set of string, because each browser window or tab generates a unique session ID and set allows only unique values. That is the point. This is the most important interview question when it comes to window handling. Okay, so let's see practically how to do that. So let me basically describe you the scenario, how what I'm trying to basically convey here. So tab switching in the sense, let's say I'm navigated to this page, that is makemytrip.com, and now I am clicking on to this where to go tab. So this is opening a new window. Let's say I want to perform any operation on this window. Let's say I want to capture the text of these headers here. So how will I do? So I'll have to make my driver know that I'll have to switch on to this window, and then I'll have to perform few set of actions, whatever I need to do. So using the get window handles method, we can get the session IDs of this page, as well as we can get the session ID of this page as well. So that is how we'll make our driver understand that we'll be switching on to this, and then whatever action I need to perform here, so I'll perform, and then I'll again switch back to this browser, this window as well, and then what I'll do, I'll close the browser. Okay, so let's practically see into the Selenium script. So I have already created a file here, that is window handling.java, and we have the basic script here. Okay, so now let's move on to the next part, that is uh, I'm moving on to here. So what I'll do here is, if I go on to this one, so when I move on to this, let's say I'm opening make my trip, and if I click here, so once I click here, I'll see this pop-up here. So I'll have to close this pop-up as well. So let me write the selector for this. So okay, we have a class here. C control F. This is a class. If I use dot, we have two elements. Let me bifurcate span with the class of this. So this is highlighting to this one. Let me show you. Okay. So this close button. Okay. So control A, control C. Let me capture the selector. Write driver dot find element by dot css selector and pass the css selector here. So we and dot click, sorry, like what this will do, this will simply close that button basically. Okay, so now let me go on to add a thread dot sleep here, 4000 milliseconds. And once I go here, once I click onto this, then I'll have to click on this tab. Okay, this but link basically. So what is the, okay, we have span with text as control F double slash. I hope everyone knows. You can pause the video to see how we can write this XPath. How do we write span text function is equal to where to go. Okay, one of one. Copy this. So driver dot find element by dot XPath and dot click. Sorry. Okay, let me save this and let me run this up. So this will close this and this will click on to this after 4 seconds. Okay, can you see this tab open? So now I've closed this execution. So now what is the further thing that I need to provide my driver know that this will be switching into the next tab and I'll have to perform certain operations onto the next tab. So we studied in the in a document as well. We can use get window handles method to achieve this. So let's see how to. So it's simple, nothing. Driver dot get window handle and handles method. So handle will return you the current session ID. Okay, but we want since we are navigating from one page to another, so we will have two session ID. The second one is the session ID that we need. Let me explain you if you're a bit confused. So this is the page which will have one session ID. This is the parent ID, we can say, and this will be the second session ID that will be there. This can be treated as a child ID, child session ID. Okay, so that is what I'm trying to tell, that I'm using get window handles method. After clicking onto this button, we'll have multiple session IDs, correct? After clicking into this button, I'll have two session ID. One will be this page, that is the parent page, and one will be this page, that is the child page. So that is why I use get window handles method. Okay, so that is why the point is I'm using get window handles method. So get window handles, then let's say these are sessions, and what will be the return type? Set of string. Okay, set of string will be the return type, because each session ID is unique in nature and set allows unique values only. And how to iterate over a set or a set? We basically use iterator. I hope everyone might have known about this, or if not, you can read about something of how to iterate over a collection. We can use iterator as well. So I'm using iterator to iterate over this. This is sessions dot iterator. Say itr is the reference variable, and this will be a iterator of string. Yeah, this will be iterator of string. So iterator has so many methods. Let's say iterator, let's say control space itr dot next and has next. So next will refer to the whatever the next value is there inside the iterator, and has next is a boolean method that will, if you want to loop around the iterator, you can write until the point iterator has a value, just loop around the iterator. Okay, until the point iterator has a value, it's simple like until the length of the array. Okay, so I'll use itr dot next. I won't go deep into the coding part since you'll get confused. We are just here to learn the concept. So iterator dot next will be the first, will be the session, first session id will be the parent session id, that is uh, this wala page. Okay, so this is the page that will have the first, that will be there inside the iterator will have the first session id of this page, and the second session id will be of this page. Okay, this second page. So itr dot next will give me the parent session id. Okay, so itr dot next will give me the parent id. Okay, and what will the return type? String, since this has a generics of string, so this will be a string. Inside everything inside this metadata is a string type. Then we will have another session id because we are clicking onto the next page, so we'll have one session id as well, more as well. Okay, so itr dot next. So what will be this we can refer to this as a child session, child id, let's say. Okay, this will again be of type string, create local variable of type string. Okay, so now what, how to switch your window into this basically. So we use driver dot switch to dot window method to achieve switching between the one window to another window. How to write that? Driver dot switch to dot window, and this is expecting an string argument. So we have our session IDs. Okay, so so it's simple that switch my driver to this window, nothing. Driver dot switch to dot window, that is nothing but, let me add here in comment, switch my driver to this window, my driver to the respective window, and the respective window will be the one you will be giving in the arguments. So where I want to switch, I'm here in this. Okay, so this is the parent id, and I'm clicking onto this, and I want to need to switch my driver to this window. So this is what, this is the child id. So what I'll write, I'll pass this child id into this. Okay, so once I do this, so I will be switched up into the child id. Okay, sorry. So I am, oh, I have successfully switched into this. Okay, so now what I'll do, I'm switching on to this. So my next set of operation is, let's say I want to grab these headers here, 1 2 and all, and hill mountain. So let me write an XPath for this as well. So what is the XPath for this class? Okay, but I would need the this wala card as well. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, so this is the what, div cool f, this is a div class is equal to, okay, this is the class, and inside this what I want these h3s. Okay, so if I side a, then we have the h3, so we have 12 of these. Okay, so I'll get the text of these, control c, and sorry, now what I'll write, driver dot find element, no, find elements. Why? Because we will be getting a list since we had 12 elements there. Okay, sorry, by dot xpath, this is the xpath for this. Okay, and this will be a h3 list, let's say h3 list. Return type, what will be the return type? As we know, it will be list of web elements. I hope you got it. So up till now that you are able to diagnose that what will be the return types here. So for iterating into a list, we'll use a simple for loop s3 list. What is the method to iterate over the list? Uh, For array we have length, and for list we have size method. So size is the method, and now how to retrieve the element s3 list dot get of I will be here, and let's say this is an h3. And what will be the return type? When you are getting a list of web element, from the list you are getting one element, so that will be a web element. Yeah. So now, so s3 dot get text. Let me print that. Control C dot get text. Okay, so this should print the text of these here in the console. So switched on to this tab, I clicked on to here. Let me close this up. Okay, awesome. So it printed all the text here that is we needed. That is beach, beach destination, hill, mountain, heritage destination. I think everything is here up till 12. Up till we had 12 element, we had 12 elements, so it has printed all the text for the 12 element. So the last one is international destination, and let's see 12th international destination. Okay, so awesome. So we got this. So now comes in the picture. Let's say had this not been the case, let's say I'll comment this up. Let's see what happens now. This will say no such element. Why? Because it will not be able to switch on to this window, and hence it will throw an error that it will try to find in the same window. That is the parent window. It will try to find here only. So this will give an no such element exception. So let's see. Okay, why this will give no error? Because the return type, since in when we are using list of web elements, when we are using driver.find elements, so it will never throw an error, because this will always return an empty list. We have studied in the past videos. Okay, so let me show you up something else for this. Let me show you up here. Let's say I'm switching on to this window. I'll give you another example here. Okay, so let me terminate this. So I'm switching on to this window. Okay, now what if I want to I want to again click onto this element. Okay, so let's see what happens now. This is the element where to go. Now, simple as that, copy and just paste. Now run. So this should click onto this. Just guess what should happen here. Pause the video and think about it. What will happen? Okay, so what it is showing, element not interactable. Okay, this is something else. Let me again do this. Okay, so it is saying no such element. Previous issue was due to my screen sharing and all. So this is showing that unable to locate method s double slash span text is equal to this, and it's clearly showing to you that no such element found. Okay, it has grabbed the text, and it is after this it is showing that it cannot find the element. So why is that? Because you are still into the in this tab itself. We are launching the second tab, still you are here in the child window. Since you are claiming into the, you're saying in your script that driver dot switch to dot child window, so the driver instance is still in the child window. So for doing this, what we need to do here is I need to again switch my driver to the parent window. Driver dot switch to dot window. And what will the window now? It will be the parent ID, parent window. Now I'll be switching back to my window. So this is the same concept here. Okay. And now if I give a thread dot sleep of 4 seconds, so two tabs should be open like this here. Okay. Let me run this up, bring it here to you, toast. I'll wait for 4 seconds. We'll open this, we'll get the text, we'll come back here and we'll again open where to go. Yeah, that is what I was trying to explain. So see, we have two times we have opened here. First is the instance we have opened here and we have grabbed the list as well. We have this. So that is how session handling works in Selenium. Okay, this was the only gist of session handling. Just you need to remember whatever tabs you first tab will be your parent tab, then whatever succeeding tabs will be there, that will be the child tabs. So, okay, so using iterator you can iterate around this. I'll come up with a video how to validate whether it's a parent or a child tab. That will be basically part of the coding, but I'll come up on some other videos for this. But just the gist is that the first tab is the parent tab, and succeeding those that succeeding any of the clicks you are performing and new page is opening, those are the child tabs only. Okay, so that is why. And the most important question, that it is the return type here is set of string. Why set of string? Because list allows duplicate but set does not allows duplicate. Why? Because session id is unique, that is why we use set of string. Okay, I hope there was nothing left around this. This is about set and list. This is about iterator. So in the next video, we'll come up something with some another topic. So I hope you found the video as informative, and let's meet in the next lecture. Till then, goodbye. Thank you.